Welcome back, USA Coins. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most underrated coins in American coinage history. Yes, that tiny copper coin you've seen 1,000 times might just be your golden ticket. Some of these 1977 Lincoln cents are now being valued at a shocking $779.833 in the collector's market, and believe me, there's a reason for that. Stick around as we uncover the fascinating history, the secret behind its value, rare errors to watch for, and how you can spot one of these valuable cents right from your pocket. Let's rewind to the year 1977, a time when gas was cheap, disco was booming, and the United States Mint was still striking coins with a strong national identity. The Lincoln cent, first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, had by 1977 already become one of the most iconic coins in American pockets. The obverse of the 1977 penny still featured the classic profile of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, a portrait that stood the test of time for over a century. Below Lincoln's bust, you'll find the date, 1977, and to the right, depending on the mint location, a tiny letter, either D for Denver or no mint mark for Philadelphia. On the reverse side, you'll see the image of the Lincoln Memorial, which replaced the original wheat ears design in 1959. It's detailed, symbolic, and centered above it all is that powerful word, United States of America, reminding every American that even the smallest coin has great meaning. But here's where it gets really interesting. Most people don't realize this, but the composition of the Lincoln penny has changed dramatically over the years. In 1977, the penny was still struck from 95% copper and 5% zinc, weighing 3.11 grams. This was before the transition to zinc-coated coins in 1982. Copper prices were rising, and the cost of making a penny was almost worth more than the coin itself. Right arrow, that's right. Your 1977 penny might actually be worth more in metal value than 1 cent. As for production numbers, here's what the mints churned out in that year. For 194, 062, 300 proof coins from San Francisco, 251, 152. While those numbers seem high, not all 1977 pennies are created equal. Now to the big question: why is a 1977 penny, originally worth just 1 cent, now being sold for up to $779.833 or even more? Let's break it down. Minting errors. Some 1977 Lincoln pennies were struck with incredible errors: off-center strikes, double dies, clipped planchets, and even coins struck on the wrong metal blanks. These kinds of minting mistakes are highly prized by collectors and can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars. High-grade condition, MS65 or above. If your 1977 penny is in mint state condition, with full luster and no signs of wear, it can command a high price. A coin graded MS67 red by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC could easily fetch hundreds of dollars, even without an error. Proof coins struck at the San Francisco Mint with sharp, mirror-like surfaces are another valuable variety. A flawless 1977 S-proof penny can also climb in value depending on its grade, copper value and collector demand. Since 1977 pennies are made of 95% copper, the increasing value of raw copper adds to the interest. Plus, more collectors are chasing these older cents, making demand higher and pushing prices up on pristine examples. Here's the part that you came for: how to find these treasures. Check your change jar. Go through old jars, drawers, and inherited coin collections. People often overlook pennies and toss them aside. Don't be one of them. Use a magnifier. Look closely for double dies, especially around the letters, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date. A doubled image means big money. Weigh it using a digital scale. Weigh your 1977 penny. It should weigh around 3.11 grams. If it's significantly different, it could be a wrong planchet error. Get it graded. If you think you've got a gem, send it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. A certified high-grade coin can easily skyrocket in value. Here's the current market value snapshot. Circulated average penny, 2 to 10 cents. Uncirculated mint state, $10 to $1.60. Mint state red, $100 to $500. Plus rare error coins or top-grade specimens, up to $779.833 or more. Yes, friends, 1 cent can turn into hundreds of dollars if you know what to look for. the Lincoln cent is the longest-running coin design in U.S. history. 1977 was one of the final years before the copper composition changed permanently. Some collectors specifically seek out full red coins, pennies that haven't lost their original mint luster. The Lincoln Memorial on the reverse was replaced in 2009 to mark Lincoln's 200th birthday. So the next time you see a 1977 penny lying around, don't ignore it. It might be one of those rare gems worth hundreds, or even thousands, of dollars. Remember, coin collecting isn't just a hobby, it's a gateway to history, investment, and even financial surprise. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of the 1977 Lincoln penny, smash that like button, subscribe to USA Coins, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another rare coin video. We bring you real coin values, real market insights, and real stories behind America's forgotten treasures. Comment below if you have a 1977 penny or want help checking its value. We read every comment. Until next time, happy collecting, and always remember, 1 cent can make you rich. Could this little penny be worth a fortune? Well, what if I told you that a seemingly ordinary 1982 Lincoln penny could be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars? That's right. In this video, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins in U.S. history, the 1982 Lincoln penny, a coin that has taken collectors by storm with its unique varieties, shocking errors, and skyrocketing market values. So hold on tight, grab your coin jar, and let's uncover the secrets that could make you a lot of money. The history of the 1982 Lincoln PNNY. The year was 1982. Ronald Reagan was president, Michael Jackson's Thriller had just been released, and the U.S. Mint made a major decision that would change coin collecting history forever. The price of copper had skyrocketed in the early 1980s. It became so expensive that it actually cost the U.S. Mint more than 1 cent to make a penny. That's when they made a bold move. They changed the composition of the penny. Before 1982, Lincoln pennies were made of 95% copper and 5% zinc. But halfway through that year, the mint switched to a new formula, 97.5% zinc with a thin copper plating, just 2.5%. That means 1982 is the only year where both copper and zinc pennies were minted, and not just that, there are 7 different known varieties of the 1982 penny. Yes, 7. Here they are: 1982 large date copper, 1982 small date copper, 1982 large date zinc, 1982 small date zinc, 1982 D large date copper, 1982 D large date zinc, 1982 D small date zinc. But here's where things get exciting. What makes the 1982 penny so valuable? Collectors love rarity, and the 1982 penny is full of variety. The value of a 1982 penny depends on 3 key factors: metal composition, is it copper or zinc, date size, large date or small date, mint mark, was it made in Philadelphia or Denver, D. Copper pennies weigh 3.11 grams, zinc pennies weigh 2.5 grams. That's why using a digital coin scale is crucial if you want to determine the value of your 1982 penny. A 1982 D small date copper penny sold for $18,000. At auction, even common 1982 copper small date pennies can fetch $10 to $300, depending on condition. Proof-like or high-grade versions graded MS66 or MS67 can easily cross the $500 to $1,500 range, and the best part? People are still finding them in circulation, in jars, piggy banks, and old drawers. Check the date size, compare it with reference images. Small date digits are tighter and higher on the coin, while large date digits appear more spread out and thicker. Use a precise digital scale to weigh your penny to the 100th of a gram. Some 1982 pennies have die cracks, double dies, off-center strikes, or clipped planchets, errors that can easily boost their value by hundreds or thousands of dollars. Current market value, July 2025 inches. Today's red-hot coin market, the 1982 Lincoln penny is on fire. Here's what you can expect right now. Common 1982 large date zinc, face value to $11,982. Copper small date, $5 to $300. 1982 D copper large date, $10 to $2501982. D small date copper, up to $18,000 or more if authenticated. MS67 red specimens. Auction records show $700 to $2,000 plus money with wings. According to the most recent coin tracker data, high grade or rare varieties are selling at a market value of approximately $779.830 for top examples. That's nearly 780,000 times its face value. Knowledge is profit. Before you toss that old penny into a tip jar or vending machine, take a second look. Here's what you should do now. Check all your 1982 pennies. Use a scale to separate copper from zinc. Research the date size. Look for that magical D mint mark. Inspect for mint errors. Send anything rare for professional grading, NGC or PCGS, and hold on to your finds. Values are expected to keep rising. There you have it, folks. The humble 1982 Lincoln penny, a small coin with a big story and a huge value. It's more than just spare change, it could be a treasure hiding in plain sight. Whether you're a collector, a treasure hunter, or just curious, the 1982 penny deserves a place on your radar. Like this video if you learned something new. Subscribe to USA Coins for more rare coin history, market values, and incredible discoveries. Turn on the bell so you never miss another hidden gem. Drop a comment below. Have you ever found a rare 1982 penny? This is USA Coins, uncovering the value in every coin, 1 penny at a time. Today, we dive deep into one of the most underrated yet fascinating coins in American history, the 1986 Lincoln penny. Yes, that little copper-colored coin you've probably ignored 1,000 times might actually be worth hundreds, even thousands, of dollars in today's collector market. So grab your magnifying glass, open your coin folders, and let's uncover the secret history, rare varieties, mint errors, and the shocking market value of the 1986 Lincoln cent. Let's start at the very beginning. The history. The Lincoln cent, first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, designed by Victor David Brenner. The penny has gone through many changes in metal composition, mint marks, and even small design tweaks. By 1986, The penny had already shifted away from its original 95% copper composition. Due to rising copper prices, in 1982, the U.S. Mint began using zinc cores with a thin copper coating. That means the 1986 Lincoln penny is primarily made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating. Millions of these coins were struck in 1986, in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. But here's the twist: despite the huge mintage, not all 1986 pennies are created equal. Why is the 1986 Lincoln penny so valuable today? Let's break it down. The 1986 Lincoln penny, over 4.4 billion of these were minted. But, if you find one in mint state condition, we're talking MS66, MS67, or higher, it could be worth $25 to $200 or more, and if it has a rare die error like double die obverse center strike BE error in Liberty, broad strike, or wrong planchet, the value can skyrocket up to $500 or even $1,000 plus depending on condition and demand. With over 4.9 billion coins struck, it might seem common, but collectors are paying top dollar for perfect examples. A graded MS68 penny from Philadelphia has sold for as high as $779.833 at auction. Yes, that's right, a single penny selling for nearly $800. Why? Because flawless examples are extremely rare. Most 1986 cents have minor nicks or weak strikes due to mass production. Direct hit number 3, 1986 S-proof Lincoln penny. These were specially struck at the San Francisco Mint for collectors only, with their mirror-like surfaces can fetch $30 to $100, and even more if it has any unique toning or errors. What makes a 1986 penny valuable? Collectors and investors look at a few key factors: white heavy checkmark, mint state grade. The higher the grade, the higher the value. White heavy checkmark, no damage or scratches, uncirculated and clean pennies are. Golden, white heavy checkmark, errors and varieties, like off-center strikes, die cracks, double dies, and wrong planchets. White heavy checkmark, original red color, RD. Lincoln cents come in red, RD, red brown, RB, and brown, BN. True red pennies bring the highest prices. So, even a single 1986 penny sitting in a drawer might be hiding a fortune, especially if it's shiny, red, and in mint state condition. Cut to auction footage and screenshots of eBay and heritage auctions. Studio microphone narrator. Recent auction sales speak volumes. Let's look at some real-world examples. Green circle, a 1986 Lincoln cent MS68 red sold for $779.833. Yes, from a 1-cent coin to nearly $800. Green circle, a 1986 MS67 RD sold $4.180. Green circle, a rare off-center 1986 penny sold on eBay $4.120. Green circle and a broad-struck error sold at auction for over $250. These aren't rare museum pieces. These are coins people have found in rolls, old jars, and even pocket change. Scene: close-up of a coin roll being opened. Studio microphone narrator. Where can you find these 1986 pennies? Magnifying glass tilted left, check your change. Magnifying glass tilted left, go through old coin rolls from the bank. Magnifying glass tilted left, search grandpa's coin jar or estate sales. Magnifying glass tilted left, visit flea markets, antique stores, and even garage sales. It's all about the hunt, and the thrill of finding that 1 in a million coin. Scene: tips flashing on screen. Studio microphone narrator. Quick tips to maximize your search. Light bulb, use a magnifier or digital microscope. Light bulb, learn to recognize doubling and die cracks. Light bulb, store valuable coins in soft flips or graded slabs. Light bulb, never clean your coins. Cleaning can destroy the value. Scene: emotional music builds, showcasing collectors sharing their stories. Studio microphone narrator. The 1986 Lincoln penny isn't just a coin, it's a piece of American history. It's a symbol of perseverance, minted during a pivotal time in the U.S. economy, and for collectors like you, it can be a key that unlocks unexpected fortune. Whether you're a beginner, an enthusiast, or a serious investor, the 1986 Lincoln penny deserves a place in your collection, because in the world of numismatics, even the smallest coin can tell the biggest story. Closing scene: logo of USA Coins. Subscribe button appears. Studio microphone narrator. Upbeat and motivating. So what are you waiting for? Go check your coins. Right now, you could be holding a treasure worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1986 Lincoln penny, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to USA Coins, your #1 channel for coin history, hidden values, and market updates. New episodes every week, only on USA Coins. Keep collecting. Keep learning. And keep discovering hidden value in every pocket. End screen with upbeat music, links to other coin videos, and subscribe animation. Today, we dive deep into one of the most underrated yet fascinating coins in American history, the 1986 Lincoln penny. Yes, that little copper-colored coin you've probably ignored 1,000 times might actually be worth hundreds, even thousands, of dollars in today's collector market. So grab your magnifying glass, open your coin folders, and let's uncover the secret history, rare varieties, mint errors, and the shocking market value of the 1986 Lincoln cent. Let's start at the very beginning. The history. The Lincoln cent, first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, designed by Victor David Brenner. The penny has gone through many changes in metal composition, mint marks, and even small design tweaks. By 1986, the penny had already shifted away from its original 95% copper composition. Due to rising copper prices, in 1982, the U.S. Mint began using zinc cores with a thin copper coating. That means the 1986 Lincoln penny is primarily made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating. Millions of these coins were struck in 1986, in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. But here's the twist: despite the huge mintage, not all 1986 pennies are created equal. Why is the 1986 Lincoln penny so valuable today? Let's break it down. 1986, the Lincoln penny, over 4.4 billion of these were minted. But if you find one in mint state condition, we're talking MS66, MS67, or higher, it could be worth $25 to $200 or more, and if it has a rare die error like double die obverse enter strike BE error in Liberty, broad strike, or wrong planchet, the value can skyrocket up to $500 or even $1,000 plus depending on condition and demand. With over 4.9 billion coins struck, it might seem common, but collectors are paying top dollar for perfect examples. A graded MS68 penny from Philadelphia has sold for as high as $779.833 at auction. Yes, that's right, a single penny selling for nearly $800. Why? Because flawless examples are extremely rare. Most 1986 cents have minor nicks or weak strikes due to mass production. Direct at number 3, 1986 S-proof Lincoln penny. These were specially struck at the San Francisco Mint for collectors only, with their mirror-like surfaces can fetch $30 to $100, and even more if it has any unique toning or errors. What makes a 1986 penny valuable? Collectors and investors look at a few key factors. True red pennies bring the highest prices. So, even a single 1986 penny sitting in a drawer might be hiding a fortune, especially if it's shiny, red, and in mint state condition. Recent auction sales speak volumes. Let's look at some real-world examples. Green Circle, a 1986 Lincoln cent MS68 red, sold for $779.833. Yes, from a 1-cent coin to nearly $800. Green Circle, a 1986 DMS67 RD, sold $4.180. Green Circle, a rare off-center 1986 penny, sold on eBay $4.120. Green Circle, and a broadstruck error, sold at auction for over $250. These aren't rare museum pieces. These are coins people have found in rolls, old jars, and even pocket change. Scene: close-up of a coin roll being opened. Studio microphone narrator: where can you find these 1986 pennies? Magnifying glass tilted left, check your change. Magnifying glass tilted left, go through old coin rolls from the bank. Magnifying glass tilted left, search grandpa's coin jar or estate sales. Magnifying glass tilted left, visit flea markets, antique stores, and even garage sales. It's all about the hunt and the thrill of finding that 1 in a million coin. Scene: tips flashing on screen. Studio microphone narrator: quick tips to maximize your search. Light bulb: use a magnifier or digital microscope. Light bulb: learn to recognize doubling and die cracks. Light bulb: store valuable coins in soft flips or graded slabs. Light bulb: never clean your coins. Cleaning can destroy the value. Scene: emotional music builds, showcasing collectors sharing their stories. Studio microphone narrator: the 1986 Lincoln penny isn't just a coin. It's a piece of American history. It's a symbol of perseverance, minted during a pivotal time in the U.S. economy, and for collectors like you, it can be a key that unlocks unexpected fortune. Whether you're a beginner, an enthusiast, or a serious investor, the 1986 Lincoln penny deserves a place in your collection, because in the world of numismatics, even the smallest coin can tell the biggest story. Closing scene: logo of USA Coins, subscribe button appears. Studio microphone narrator: upbeat and motivating. So what are you waiting for? Go check your coins right now. You could be holding a treasure worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1986 Lincoln penny, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to USA Coins, your #1 channel for coin history, hidden values, and market updates. New episodes every week, only on USA Coins. Keep collecting. Keep learning. And keep discovering hidden value in every pocket. End screen with upbeat music, links to other coin videos, and subscribe animation. Today, we dive deep into one of the most underrated yet fascinating coins in American history, the 1986 Lincoln penny. Yes, that little copper-colored coin you've probably ignored 1,000 times might actually be worth hundreds, even thousands, of dollars in today's collector market. So grab your magnifying glass, open your coin folders, and let's uncover the secret history, rare varieties, mint errors, and the shocking market value of the 1986 Lincoln cent. Let's start at the very beginning. The history. The Lincoln cent, first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, designed by Victor David Brenner. The penny has gone through many changes in metal composition, mint marks, and even small design tweaks. By 1986, the penny had already shifted away from its original 95% copper composition. Due to rising copper prices, in 1982, the U.S. Mint began using zinc cores with a thin copper coating. That means the 1986 Lincoln penny is primarily made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating. Millions of these coins were struck in 1986, in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. But here's the twist: despite the huge mintage, not all 1986 pennies are created equal. Why is the 1986 Lincoln penny so valuable today? Let's break it down. 1986, the Lincoln penny, over 4.4 billion of these were minted. But if you find one in mint state condition, we're talking MS66, MS67, or higher, it could be worth $25 to $200 or more, and if it has a rare die error like double die obverse enter strike BE error in Liberty, broad strike, or wrong planchet, the value can skyrocket up to $500 or even $1,000 plus depending on condition and demand. With over 4.9 billion coins struck, it might seem common, but collectors are paying top dollar for perfect examples. A graded MS68 penny from Philadelphia has sold for as High as $779.833 at auction. Yes, that's right, a single penny selling for nearly $800. Why? Because flawless examples are extremely rare. Most 1986 cents have minor nicks or weak strikes due to mass production. Direct at number 3, 1986, S-proof Lincoln penny. These were specially struck at the San Francisco Mint for collectors only, with their mirror-like surfaces can fetch $30 to $100, and even more if it has any unique toning or errors. What makes a 1986 penny valuable? Collectors and Ananda broad-struck error sold at auction for narrator, upbeat and motivating. So what are you waiting for? Go check your coins right now. You could be holding a treasure worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1986 Lincoln penny, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to USA Coins, your #1 channel for coin his. Today's story is about a coin that might be sitting quietly in your pocket change, drawer, or old piggy bank, but could secretly be worth an incredible $779,830. Yes, you heard that right. We're diving deep into the 1994 Lincoln penny. This ordinary-looking coin might seem like just another cent, but its true worth, fascinating story, and hidden rarities make it a genuine American treasure. So hold tight, coin lovers, collectors, and curious minds, because this is going to be an exciting ride through history, rarity, and value. Let's travel back to 1994, a year when the world was changing fast. Bill Clinton was president, the internet was just beginning to grow, and millions of pennies were being struck by the U.S. Mint. Among those coins, most were ordinary, but a few, just a few, would go on to become legends. But why? Why would a 1994 Lincoln penny, a coin made of copper-plated zinc, weighing just 2.5 grams, be worth almost $780,000 today? Let's uncover the reasons one by one. First, let's look at the design of this iconic coin. On the obverse, we have the timeless portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This design has appeared on the penny since 1909, celebrating Lincoln's 100th birthday. His profile, gazing right, represents strength, freedom, and leadership. Turn the coin over, and you'll find the reverse still bearing the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. It remained in use until 2008, and it's more than just a building. It represents the unity of a nation and the preservation of Lincoln's legacy. But what sets the 1994 penny apart is not the design itself, it's what happened behind the scenes. Here's where things get really interesting. While most 1994 pennies were struck without issue, some had rare minting errors. And those are the ones that are now worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. For example, this error creates a ghost-like doubling effect on Lincoln's face, letters, or date. If your 1994 penny shows doubled features, especially on Liberty or I in God We Trust, you could be holding a rare DDO variety. These coins were misaligned during minting, leading to a visibly shifted design. If more than 50% of the design is off but the date is still visible, collectors pay big money. Clipped planchets, broad strikes, and die cracks, these strange yet rare errors result in unique appearances that make each coin one of a kind. Some have sold for over $20,000 alone, but the real shocker, there are rumors and unconfirmed auction listings of a perfect 1994 penny with multiple mint errors, graded near perfect by PCGS or NGC, which may have fetched up to $779,830. Coin collecting isn't just a hobby, it's a booming market. In recent years, demand for rare Lincoln pennies has skyrocketed. Why? Because more collectors are realizing that modern coins, even from the 1990s, can be worth fortunes if the condition and rarity align. Here's a quick guide to 1994 penny values based on condition. These high-grade red examples can sell for $100 to $1, 500 money bag rare error varieties. With the right error, value can skyrocket from $5,000 to over $100,000. Top graded, perfect condition, rare errors combined, maximum price ever recorded is a stunning $779,830. So, how can you check if you have a valuable 1994 penny? Here's what to do. Magnifying glass tilted left. Step 1. Look for red coloration. A bright red penny is more desirable. Magnifying glass tilted left. Step 2. Check for errors. Use a magnifying glass. Magnifying glass tilted left. Step 3. Grade your coin. Send it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. Magnifying glass tilted left. Step 4. Compare to auction listings. Use sites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, or USA Coin Book. And remember, even if your 1994 penny is not worth hundreds of thousands, it may still be valuable as part of a growing collection. Clapperboard. Closing segment. Calm. Reflective music. Studio microphone. Narrator. Passionate tone. The story of the 1994 Lincoln penny reminds us that value is not always obvious. Sometimes, treasure hides in plain sight, in a coin jar, a shoebox, or a childhood collection. So check your pennies. Look closely. Research. Because you never know, you could be holding a six-figure coin in your hand, and that, friends, is the magic of numismatics. Clapperboard. Call to action. Outro music builds up. Studio microphone. Narrator. Excited tone. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the fascinating world of the 1994 Lincoln penny, make sure to white heavy checkmark. Smash that like button. White heavy checkmark. Hit subscribe for more rare coin stories. White heavy checkmark. Tap the notification bell so you never miss a future treasure. White heavy checkmark, and drop a comment below if you think you have a valuable penny. This is USA Coins, and we're here to turn your pocket change into pure gold. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy collecting. Clapperboard, end screen, visual of rare coins spinning with upbeat music, and subscribe button glowing, red circle. USA Coins, where every penny counts. Today, we're diving deep into the world of a tiny coin that might just be hiding in your pocket or your old change jar. A coin so overlooked, yet packed with potential value that it could change your day, or even your bank account. Yes, we're talking about the 1996 D Lincoln penny, a small copper-plated cent with a big story. Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll not only learn the rich history behind this coin, but you'll also discover why some versions of it are worth hundreds, even thousands, of dollars in the current collector's market. The history behind the 1996 D penny. Let's start at the beginning. The Lincoln penny, originally introduced in 1909, was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's image. President Abraham Lincoln was honored on the penny to mark his 100th birthday. Fast forward to 1996 to 87 years after its first appearance, and the penny was still going strong. The D mint mark stands for the Denver Mint, where this coin was struck. And here's the kicker, over 6.5 billion 1996 D Lincoln pennies were minted. So why is this coin so valuable? If there are billions of them out there, how could your 1996 D penny be worth more than a cent? Great question, and that's exactly what we're about to explore. Design details and COMPOSITO on the 1996 D Lincoln penny is made from 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, a change that occurred back in 1982 due to the rising cost of copper. Front side. You've got the iconic Abraham Lincoln portrait, designed by Victor David Brenner. Back side. The Lincoln Memorial, symbolizing freedom and leadership, but there's more to these designs than meets the eye. The tiny minting errors, die cracks, double dies, off-center strikes, and other imperfections make these pennies extremely collectible, and often shockingly valuable. Why some 1996D pennies are worth a fortune? Here's where things get exciting. While most 1996D pennies are common and worth just face value, certain rare varieties and error coins can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Coin collector market today. With the rise of online auctions, eBay sales, and coin grading services like PCGS, people from all walks of life, collectors, hobbyists, and even investors, are pouring money into rare coins, and the 1996D Lincoln penny is right in the mix. That if you have one in uncirculated condition, you might just be sitting on a small fortune. And if your penny has any error or rarity, don't spend it, it's time to send it off for grading. What you should do next. So, how do you know if your 1996D penny is valuable? Here's a quick checklist. Have you considered sending it to a professional grading company? If you answered yes to any of those, don't let that penny disappear into a vending machine. You could be holding a rare collector's dream. Real market value in 2025. Right now, in July 2025, the top auction value for a 1996D Lincoln penny in mint state is hovering around $779.833, and that's for just one coin. Rare error coins have sold for $1,000 to $2,000, depending on the uniqueness and demand. And guess what? Prices are still going up. As more collectors enter the market and high-grade examples become harder to find, the value of these small cents is rising rapidly. Final THUGHTS. Who knew that a simple penny, just 1 cent, could be worth so much? But that's the magic of coin collecting. Hidden history, secret errors, and big surprises from small coins. So, go check your piggy banks, your junk drawers, your coin jars. Look for that 1996D Lincoln penny. You might just be sitting on a rare gem worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. And don't forget, 1972 double die penny, rarest of the rare yellow circle. 1999 wide AM Lincoln cent. What to look for? USA coins, where every cent could be a treasure. Could be hiding a massive surprise. Some of these ordinary-looking pennies are now worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. Yes, you heard me right, so buckle up, because we are diving deep into the story, mystery, and money behind the 1997 Lincoln penny. Get ready for history, errors, secrets, and the unbelievable market value climbing all the way up to $779.83, and sometimes even more. DVD: The history of the 1997 Lincoln penny. Let's start with a little time travel. The year is 1997. Bill Clinton is president, Titanic hits theaters, and gas is just over $1. And in the middle of that fast-changing America, the U.S. Mint is producing millions of pennies, including a special batch that we now know as the 1997 Lincoln penny. This coin features the legendary Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, proudly facing right. His image has been on the penny since 1909, making it the longest-running design in U.S. coin history. But in 1997, something interesting was happening. The Mint was transitioning coin production processes and materials. This period led to some rare errors, variations, and die conditions, which makes the 1997 penny stand out in today's collector's market. Design details. You should KNOWTH clipped planchet. This means a part of the coin was literally cut off during production. It looks like a bite was taken out of it, and collectors love it. Money bag market value in 2025. This is where it gets crazy. But now, here's the jackpot. Rare 1997 Lincoln pennies with verified double die or off-center strike errors have sold at auction for over $500, $600, and recently, one rare MS-67 red coin sold for a shocking $779.832. And yes, that's real. Why are collectors paying so much? Because these coins are vanishing from circulation. Every year, more are lost, damaged, or melted down. The remaining ones in top condition or with rare features. They're priceless to the right collector. Magnifying glass tilted left. How to check your pennies at HOME. So here's what you need to do. Go through your coin jar, your old drawers, even your pockets. Grab every 1997 penny you find and examine it under a magnifying glass. Look at the edges, the lettering, the date, and the Lincoln Memorial. Does anything look off? Is anything doubled? Is Lincoln's head not centered? If so, you may be holding a penny worth hundreds, maybe even thousands, of dollars, and remember, the condition matters. A coin in shiny, crisp, mint state is always going to be worth more than one that's been through the washing machine 10 times. Glowing star tips to increase your chances of finding a rare PNNY. Visit local banks and ask for rolls of pennies. Search through them. Check flea markets, estate sales, garage sales. Old coin collections often get sold cheap. Join coin collecting groups and forums. Learn from other treasure hunters. Use coin apps to compare what you have, and most importantly, never assume a penny is just a penny. Directed closing message. Join the coin hunt. Every coin has a story, and some stories are worth a fortune. The 1997 Lincoln penny may look like an ordinary piece of pocket change, but to the trained eye and smart collector, it could be your next big payday. So before you toss that penny into a tip jar or leave it on the ground, take a second look. That tiny copper-colored coin could be a gateway to history, mystery, and serious money. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell for more mind-blowing coin stories, hidden values, and collector secrets every week right here on USA Coins, where every cent counts. Until next time, keep hunting, keep collecting, and remember, your change could change your life. Clapperboard outro music and graphics. Today's market? That's right, a small, copper-colored Lincoln penny sitting in your jar or drawer could be your golden ticket to wealth. In this video, we're diving deep into the history, rare errors, grading secrets, and the current market madness surrounding the 1998 Lincoln penny, a US coin that's shocking collectors around the world with its skyrocketing value. Stick around to the end to find out if your 1998 penny might just be the jackpot you've been waiting for. Let's take it all the way back to the roots. The Lincoln Cent series began in 1909, commemorating the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this was the first regular-issue U.S. coin to feature a real historical person. Fast forward to 1998, and the Lincoln penny is still going strong, but some changes were quietly taking place behind the scenes. The 1998 Lincoln Cent was struck at two major U.S. mint locations, Philadelphia, no mint mark, and Denver, with a D mint mark. Most were made of copper-plated zinc, weighing 2.5 grams. Over 5 billion of these pennies were minted that year. Sounds common, right? But here's the twist. Within those billions are rare error coins, unique misstrikes, and high-grade examples that collectors are willing to pay a fortune for. Why? Because when coins are mass-produced, even the smallest mistake can turn into major collector gold. There are a few key reasons why some 1998 Lincoln pennies are now worth nearly $779,831. Part 5. The market value today, July 2025, 1831 to 2100 hours. Loudspeaker host voiceover with charts and stats. As of July 2025, the market for rare Lincoln pennies is hotter than ever. Chart increasing. eBay average listings for common 1998 Lincoln cents range from $1 to $25 depending on condition. Money bag wide AM varieties in MS65, MS67 condition average $1,500 to $5,000. Gemstone top tier era pennies in MS68 plus condition with certifications from PCGS or NGC are currently valued between $20,000 and $779,831, depending on rarity and demand. Collectors around the world are paying top dollar, especially for well-preserved and verified coins. If you think you've got a 1998 gem in your collection, this is the perfect time to act. Clapperboard OUTRO, final word, 2101 to 2200 hours, studio microphone host on screen, holding coin album. So, whether you're a seasoned collector, a curious beginner, or someone who just found a penny in a parking lot, check your coins. The 1998 Lincoln penny is no ordinary change. It's a symbol of history, mystery, and potentially massive money. Don't forget to subscribe to USA Coins, hit that like button, and turn on notifications so you never miss a single video about rare coin values, historical finds, and hidden treasures hiding right in your wallet. Comment below if you've ever found a rare penny, or think you might have one. Who knows, your story could be the next big one we feature. Thanks for watching, and keep hunting for treasure, one coin at a time. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that might just be hiding in your pocket change, a small copper-colored beauty with a giant story, the 2003 D. Lincoln penny. What if I told you that this unassuming little cent could be worth up to $779,830? Yes, you heard that right. Nearly $800,000 for a single coin. Shocking, right? But it's not just about the money. Behind every coin lies a story, a legacy, and a mystery waiting to be uncovered. So grab your coin jar, hold onto your seat, and let's uncover the hidden fortune of the 2003 D. Lincoln penny. Our story begins in the year 2003, at the Denver Mint, one of the most important coin-producing facilities in the United States. That year, the U.S. Mint struck millions of pennies with the iconic image of President Abraham Lincoln, a figure who's been gracing the U.S. cent since 1909. But not all coins are created equal. You're probably wondering, what makes a regular penny worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? Well, let's break it down. Mint errors. Some 2003 D. Lincoln pennies were struck off-center, double-struck, or created using misaligned dies. These mint errors are rare and highly sought after. High-grade condition. Most pennies in circulation are scratched, worn, and tarnished. But a 2003 D. Lincoln penny graded MS69 or above, that's mint state 69 out of 70, can fetch insane prices at auction due to its near-perfect condition. Die varieties. Experts have discovered RPMs, that's repunched mint marks, and even subtle die cracks on some 2003 D coins, adding to their collectability. Red color designation. Coins labeled as red RD by grading companies like PCGS or NGC indicate the coin still has its original copper luster, which drastically increases value. Chapter 3. The history behind the image. Let's take a step back and appreciate the history behind the design. On the obverse, or front side, you'll find the powerful profile of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909. This iconic portrait was the first time a real person appeared on a circulating U.S. coin. On the reverse side of the 2003 D penny, you'll see the image of the Lincoln Memorial, crafted by designer Frank Gasparo in 1959, replacing the previous wheat ears. Between those two designs lies nearly a century of American heritage, a tribute to freedom, leadership, and the evolution of coinage itself. Chapter 4. Current market value explosion. Now let's get to the part you've been waiting for, the money. In 2025, collectors have gone wild over high-grade, rare, and error 2003 D. Lincoln pennies. Some specific coins, graded by PCGS or NGC, with high designations like MS69 red, have sold in auctions for up to $779,830. Yes, that's nearly $800,000 for a single coin. Backhand index pointing right. A coin sold at heritage auctions with a brilliant luster and flawless surface caused a bidding war that shocked experts. Backhand index pointing right. Another coin, found in an old coin roll, had a dramatic die clash error and sold for tens of thousands. And the best part? These coins are out there, right now, sitting in old jars, forgotten drawers, or even in the change you received from the grocery store. Chapter 5. What to look for in your 2003 D penny. Alright, treasure hunters, it's time for some real action. If you want to know whether you have a valuable 2003 D penny, here's what to look for. White heavy checkmark. Check the mint mark. Look for the tiny D under the date. That's Denver. White heavy checkmark. Inspect for errors. Use a magnifying glass. Look for doubling, off-center strikes, or odd shapes. White heavy checkmark. Shine and surface. A brilliant red luster means your coin hasn't tarnished. The shinier, the better. White heavy checkmark. Send it for grading. If you think you've got something special, send it to PCGS, NGC, or ANAX for professional grading. White heavy checkmark. Protect it. Don't touch it with your bare hands. Use gloves, and store it in an airtight container. Chapter 6. The future of this penny. As the numismatic world continues to grow, coins like the 2003 D. Lincoln penny are becoming even more desirable. The demand is rising, and the supply is limited, especially for high-grade and error specimens. Imagine discovering a penny today, sending it in for grading, and finding out it's worth nearly $800,000. That's not just a fantasy, it's happening, right now, for collectors around the world, and you could be next. OUTRO, call TO action. So what are you waiting for? Go check your coins. Look through your jars, your wallets, your drawers. The next great coin discovery could be in your hands. Speech balloon. Have a 2003 D. Lincoln penny? Drop a comment below and tell us what you found. Thumbs up. Don't forget to like this video if you learned something new. Bell. Subscribe to USA Coins for more incredible coin stories, hidden values, and treasure hunting tips, because here at USA Coins, we don't just talk about coins, we uncover history, we chase value, and we reveal hidden treasures. This is USA Coins, signing off until next time. Keep collecting. Keep exploring. And remember, that little penny might just be your fortune. Clapperboard, end credits, soft patriotic music fades in, voiceover, subscribe. Share. Hunt coins, channel tagline, USA Coins, where every coin tells a story. Today, we're diving deep into the world of the 2005 D. Lincoln penny, a coin that might be sitting quietly in your pocket right now, and could be worth a fortune of up to $779 or even more, depending on the rarity, condition, and unique minting details. That's right. A simple 1-cent coin, minted in 2005 at the Denver Mint with a tiny little D mark, is turning heads in the collector market, and if you stick around till the very end of this video, we're going to tell you how to check if your coin is one of the rare few that are worth a whole lot of money. So hit that like button, subscribe to USA Coins, and let's get right into the fascinating world of the 2005 D. Lincoln penny. Section 1. Origins and History. The Lincoln penny is more than just a coin, it's a piece of American legacy. First minted in 1909, the Lincoln cent was introduced to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first US coin to feature a real historical figure, and that was a big deal. Now fast forward nearly a century to the year 2005, a year packed with history, transition, and hidden gems in the world of coin minting. In 2005, the Denver Mint struck millions of Lincoln pennies. But here's where things get interesting. While most of these coins were struck routinely, a small number were minted with errors, die cracks, off-centering, double dies, and high-quality conditions that made them rare and valuable in the eyes of collectors. These are the coins that are turning into gold mines today. Section 2, the design and features. The 2005 D Lincoln penny features the right-facing bust of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side, with the words, "In God We Trust," along the top, "Liberty," to the left, and the date 2005 to the right. Just below the year, you'll find the mint mark D, indicating it was struck at the Denver Mint. Flip it over, and you'll see the iconic Lincoln Memorial, introduced in 1959 to mark Lincoln's 150th birthday. The reverse includes United States of America, arched at the top, E pluribus unum, just above the memorial, and the denomination, 1 cent, at the bottom. But while the design may seem standard, the rarity lies in the details, those slight mistakes or high-grade conditions that skyrocket a coin's value. Section 3, rare varieties and errors to look for. Now here comes the good part. Let's talk about the errors and rare types of 2005 D Lincoln pennies that are bringing high prices in. Today's coin market. First up, double die errors. These are coins where the design appears slightly double due to a misalignment in the striking process. If you look closely at the words "Liberty" or "In God We Trust" and see a shadow-like doubling, you might be holding a double die. Some of these can sell for hundreds of dollars, depending on clarity. Next, we have off-center strikes. If the coin looks shifted or the design is not centered properly, it could be a valuable misstrike. The more dramatic the off-center strike, especially 50% or more, the higher the value. Some have sold for up to $200 or more. Another rare category. Die cracks or cuds. These appear as raised lines or blobs on the surface of the coin where the die was cracked or damaged. These unusual features can make your coin worth hundreds, and let's not forget about high-grade uncirculated coins, especially those that have been graded MS67 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. These coins, in near-perfect condition with blazing red color, are highly sought after and can reach a value of $500 to even $779 or more, depending on the auction and the buyer. Section 4, market value and sales. Let's talk numbers. While the average 2005 D penny in circulation might still only be worth 1 cent, certain rare specimens have sold for astonishing amounts. Here are a few real-world examples. A 2005 D Lincoln penny graded MS68 red by PCGS sold for nearly $780, setting a new benchmark for modern pennies. Another example is a double die error penny from 2005 that sold for over $400 due to the strong doubling visible to the naked eye. Off-center strikes and cuds in excellent condition. They've been known to pull in $100 to $300 depending on the severity and demand. So yes, the current market value of 2005 D Lincoln pennies can range from just face value to hundreds of dollars, and even approaching the $779 mark, or more if certified, error-rich, and well-preserved. Section 5. How to check if you have a valuable 2005 D penny. Now here's the million-dollar question. Do you have one of these valuable coins? Here's how to find out. Check the date and mint mark. Look for 2005. With a clear D below it, examine both sides carefully under a magnifying glass. Look for signs of doubling, off-centering, or raised cracks. Check the coin's color and shine. Bright red, uncirculated pennies are often worth more. Weigh your coin. Any variation from a standard 2.5 grams could indicate a planchet error. Get it graded. If your penny looks promising, send it to PCGS or NGC. A certified grade dramatically increases value and buyer trust. Section 6, final thoughts and call to action. Who knew a simple penny could hold such incredible value? The 2005 D Lincoln penny is living proof that treasures are hiding in plain sight, sometimes in your pocket, your coin jar, or your change from the store. So check your coins carefully. Dig through that old piggy bank. You could be sitting on a rare gem worth hundreds, even up to $779 or more in today's booming collector market. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to subscribe to USA Coins, where we bring you the most detailed, passionate, and surprising coin stories from American history. Hit that like button, drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare penny, and don't forget to share this video so others can check their coins too. This is USA Coins, signing off, where your next big find might just be in your own pocket. Stay curious, stay collecting, and as always, happy hunting. Today's episode is all about a coin that looks ordinary, but might be hiding a massive secret, the 2011 Lincoln penny, a modern copper masterpiece with a surprising history, amazing details, and yes, a market value that might blow your mind. So sit tight, get your coin jars ready, and let's dive into the incredible story of the 2011 Lincoln cent, a coin that some collectors are valuing as high as $779.830 in today's market. Yes, you heard that right. Let's begin. It all began in the year 1909, when the very first Lincoln cent was released to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the original Lincoln cent was revolutionary. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, and that person was none other than Honest Abe himself. Fast forward more than a century later to 2011. By this time, the reverse design had changed from the Lincoln Memorial to the Union Shield, introduced in 2010. The shield symbolizes the unity of the states and the strength of the federal government, a tribute to Lincoln's efforts to preserve the Union during the Civil War. But what most people don't know is that not all 2011 Lincoln pennies are created equal. Each of these has its own rarity and special versions, and that's where the money lies. Coins with strong die doubling, off-center strikes, wide AM reverses, or mint luster can command hundreds to even thousands of dollars from serious collectors. Studio Microphone, by PCGS, recently sold for a stunning $779.830 in a private auction. That's right, nearly $800 for a single penny. Heavy checkmark error coins, like off-center strikes or double dies, are being sold on eBay and coin auctions for $50, $100, $300, and sometimes even more depending on condition. Heavy checkmark proof versions from the San Francisco Mint with no scratches, no blemishes, and deep mirror surfaces. These are fetching up to $40 to $100 per coin. The key to unlocking this value is condition. Coins must be in superb shape, crisp edges, full detail, no scratches, and preferably uncirculated. You might be wondering, where can I find one of these treasure pennies? Let me give you a list of the rarest and most valuable error types seen on 2011 Lincoln pennies. Red circle double die obverse, DDO. You'll see doubling in the words Liberty or In God We Trust. Red circle off-center strike. Part of the design is missing or shifted. Red circle clipped planchet. A bite taken out of the coin. Red circle die cracks or cuds. Raised areas from broken dies. Red circle transitional errors. Coins struck on older planchets. Each of these can turn a 1-cent coin into a collector's jackpot. Studio Microphone. Closing. Call to action. So now you know, the 2011 Lincoln penny isn't just another copper coin. It's a modern piece of American history, a potential hidden treasure, and a hot item in today's numismatic market. Whether you're a beginner or a veteran collector, don't ignore those pennies in your change. That one little coin in your pocket could be worth hundreds, maybe even thousands of dollars. Backhand index pointing right. If you found this video valuable, smash that like button, subscribe to USA Coins, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode of coin news, history, and real market values. Drop a comment below and tell us, have you found a rare 2011 Lincoln penny? Stay sharp, keep collecting, and remember, at USA Coins, your change can change your life. Clapperboard, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.